Hey guys, so this is the first step for our cave art. We're going to make our cave wall. So to do that, I'm going to put paint down on a palette. I'm just using old catalogs for paint palettes right now. So I'm only going to put a little white, a little black, and a little brown. So I'm just putting those because I'm trying to put things that I think make sense for what a cave wall could look like. And those are colors that would naturally make kind of a cave wall. Okay. So this part does not have to be that like detailed or fancy or particular. You can see I even got a little mess on my paper already. That's fine. What is very important is that you put your name on the back of this before you start painting. Because once it's got paint all over, it's going to be really hard to write on the back. Okay, so name on the back first. Then you'll take your brush and you'll just want to mix a little bit of color. And so we're not going to wash our brushes between colors. No, when you're doing a painting where you want to make sure the colors do not blend together, we always wash. But because this is supposed to be a cave wall where the colors are going to be all blended together in the rock, we'll just get a little bit of paint on our brush. We'll go to another color and we'll just kind of smear it around a little bit. We don't want it fully mixed. We just want like a little bit of all the color on our brush. So then you come to your page, you just start painting it on. You can paint it, kind of dab it, texture it, however you think the rock would look. Okay, you can dab, but I don't want you to fully squish the brush. See this? This is bad for the bristles. Do not do that. If you're dabbing, just touch the end to the paper. And then you can kind of spread it around. So if it's getting too dark, because remember we are going to want to put our cave painting on top of this, go back to the white and put more white. White's going to lighten it up. Or maybe the brown. The lighter colors. Black is super strong color, so you don't want to just use the black. You want to make sure that you have more of the other color on your brush. It will be hard to paint over if you just use black. It'll turn really, really dark. Okay, so you can kind of see where I'm going with that. I'm just spreading the paint out. I've lifted up my painting so that when I go to the edge I don't paint all over the table. You might get some on the back doing that though. So if you get a little on the table, just as long as we wipe it up, it should be okay. See, we'll wipe that up. Okay, so that's what I'm gonna do. So when I'm done with this and my paper looks like a old cave wall, then we'll have to let it dry and we'll go on top and add our cave painting. So it's pretty messy. We're gonna have to be extra careful to clean up our mess that we make. The paint, whenever you're done with using paint on this kind of palette, hopefully we'd use most of it up, but I'll go ahead and show you now, just for people whenever they're done. So you can see that you can lift the page. I'm going to lift 2 pages or 3 pages so that the paint doesn't go through. I'm going to tear the page out, and I'm tearing it out so that the paint stays on it. If there's a lot of paint, it's kind of tricky, so that's why we want to try and use up that paint first. Maybe let another person use your paint if they run out. Okay, so now I've torn those pages out. The paint stayed on those pages, so I can crumple it so the paint stays inside. Don't squeeze it because the paint might goop out onto your hand, but just crumple it so it stays on the inside. There, and you can go throw that away. And so now this is ready for the next person's paint. Okay, I'll show you all the next step